home, Big Bad. Hey, man, should I let me plug in my headphones and get my volume different. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, it's your big homie, Big Bad, man. And this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. And on today's episode, I got a question for y'all, man. Real question for y'all. Can women choose men? Can women choose men? First off, first off, let me try to get my notifications out. Let me send this link out. Foremost, I love women. This is only coming from a place of love. This is only coming from a place of progression. It's only coming from a place of trying to develop understanding on both sides of the coin. You know what I mean? The man and the woman side. I just really want to know: can can women choose men? And before I even get to that, when life, since the beginning of time, right? How did uh courtship go? How did dating go? Because I'm gonna say y'all something. Dating is very new. Nobody dated back in the days. Um, and I'm not talking about my day because I'm only 37 years old. I'm not old. Nobody dated back in the day. Before the 1950s, nobody was dating because everybody was in the reality. Everybody was living life the way it was always designed and developed to be. Back in the days, the way a man courted a woman, it goes like this. A man sees a woman that he's interested in. The man shows interest in the woman. He might speak to her, he might introduce himself to her. But then once you have your interest in the woman, traditionally, the man is supposed to go and meet up with your father, meet up with your mother, whoever's in the hierarchy. It's usually the father of the family. They meet up with the father of the family in the hierarchy and they say, Can I um may I ask your daughter for may I get your permission to have your daughter's hand in marriage? This is how it's always been. This is how it's always been. Can I get your daughter's hand in marriage? And the father vets the dude, the courtman, the dude trying to get with the daughter. He vets him, aka he checks him out. He makes him, checks him out, fills him out, checks his background out, see how he see what type of man he is. And then usually back in the day, some type of dowry was given as a sign of good faith. Like I'll give you um, 10 pounds of gold. I give you 20 gold coins. I give you 100 cows. Whatever the hell there was the value system. All right. And y'all say, you want to be stuck in the old times and this and that. I'm sorry my camera's moving. I'm trying to get it positioned. You might be saying like, oh, you want to be stuck in the old times and this and that. But no, it's still like that to this day. It's just now with women empowerment and women's rights now I'm not saying women don't deserve rights because everybody, all humans deserve equal and fair treatment on this planet. You know what I mean? I'm not a chauvinist. I'm not a pig. I'm not a misogynist. I'm not nothing but a traditional man who understands that there is a system in place and there was and there is a system in place that's bulletproof and it works. You know what I mean? So You got a lot of women nowadays, like I said, it's still dudes paying for the woman. Back in the day, it was just more outright and more straight up. Nowadays, you're gonna pay more, way more for the woman, and then you're gonna pay for her to maintain her while you have her. But this is how I mean you're gonna pay more for her nowadays. Nowadays, instead of going through the father, instead of going through the family to groom the husband or groom the daughter, making sure everybody's on the right same page, or making sure the dude's gonna treat your daughter fairly and shit like that, y'all pretty much just let people go with the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? Let people go with the highest bidder. So it's very dangerous, and like what I mean by the highest bidder, the same monetary system that it for the woman, the monetary swap out for the woman. Ain't nothing changed. It's actually worse now because it's more covert and under the table. You know what I mean? Back in the dowry days and the courtship days, like I said, your father had to vet the husband and make sure he wasn't gonna be beating on your daughter and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So with the freedoms and the ways that they've included these women in society, like women have always had their say so. It's in black cultures. Let me say that. It's only was a European man that didn't value his women and didn't give his women rights. The European man and it's well, hold on. No. It was men all around the world doing women dirty. So I'm not gonna sit here and because I'm thinking about it. African men mutilate their woman, cut their vagina, their clitorises off. A lot of stuff happens all around the world. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like no nation or creed is better than the other, because that would be racist, and that would be ignorant of a statement to make. But with this, like I said, with this modern day, when they included the women in the and put them in the forefront and gave them total control and total say so and control over themselves and their freedom, and and gave them these fake choices of freedoms. A lot of women have basically took that and being that you never had a position of leadership, because in society, women are not generally the leaders of society. Um, in society all around the world, women are not generally the ones that stick their head out to take the brunt or to take the full force brunt of things that's going on. It's always been men who pioneer, stampede, go out there and take the losses, fight the battles, fight the wars, lose limbs, lose lives. We've always been the ones who spearheaded the societies. Men have always been the ones who Real men have always been the ones who dictated the pace of society. Real men have always been the ones who've led the fucking carriage. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing, because right now we have a woman vice president, and she's done nothing. She said nothing. She's done absolutely nothing at all. I don't even know what laws she's passed in the whole 2 years she's been in there, going on 3 years. I don't even know the laws that Kamala Harris has passed, and that's not disrespecting her as a woman. I'm just saying women have not always been, and generally are, and not in leadership positions in the world. And that's not a bad, like I said, it's not necessarily a good thing either, because women have very important perspective. Women's are very valuable. Their opinions and their perspective is very much needed and valued. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, in African cultures, most African people kept their women and held their women just as highly as the men were held. Like, they were held just as revered, just as high as the man. You know what I mean? So Africans in certain civilized places, they never did their women wrong. They had their women sitting next to them on the throne, not behind them. It's majority of the European nations who dogged their women out and really did their women dirty. So being that these women just getting these freedoms and just getting these quote unquote choices and shit like that to control the pace of their life, a lot of them are not knowing the right decisions to make. A lot of them, and I'm about to get very deep into this shit because it's something that's very important to all of us. Everybody's thinking, man, fuck these bitches, bro, get your money, all this dumb shit that like people say, but people don't realize without family, without families, there's no futures. And that's not saying go out and irresponsibly have children. I'm just saying families without male and female unifying as husband and wife, man and woman. So it's very important to the structure of the society as a whole. This is not just something that we should be taking so lightly. And if you're out here and you married and you got yours, that doesn't mean you can't step out and help out the next man who coming up and the next generation, the young people who are coming up, because if they don't have nobody leading them in the right direction, they're not going to understand what to do and what's more important. They're going to go chase the bag, get a bag and all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're living in a time where this fake money has corrupted us to the point where we don't even value each other. We value the fake monopoly money over each other. We value the monopoly money over the time spent with each other. We value this fucking paper bullshit to make you sell yourself. You will kill somebody for some fucking money. A lot of y'all women are out here selling pussy for money. You will let somebody, because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's so easy for a lot of women to do that shit. A lot of them are highly sexual in nature, you know what I mean? And I'm not disrespecting nobody. Men are hoes, everybody got hoes in them. But women are highly sexual in nature. And they want to have sex anyway. So if you charging somebody $100, $500, $200, however you charge, $1,000, $5,000, however you charge, if you're putting a value or a price on your pussy, that's you getting a double whammy. You gonna get some dick and you're getting some money. So that's why it's so easy for a lot of people to do that shit. That's why there's value in money and putting money over everything. MOE, money over everything. MOB, money over bitches. All this evil sayings that was created by the devil's people and the devil himself has led us to a point where we don't even understand how detrimental of a situation we're in, and we don't even understand how divided we are. You know what I mean? Let me read it. Comment my brother here tapped in. Let me see what TNT Life, I think it was. Let me see. Hold up. That's the same as Trump Vice. I forgot who he was. Facts, but facts. But I was saying, not disrespecting women or discrediting women, because they've made great strides and great, how it goes. They made great strides and great advances and shit. But to understand that Kamala Harris as a vice president woman, aka the leader of this country, the second in command, did nothing. Shit, none of them did nothing. You know what I mean? So with them being able to choose men, right? I'm just get to that. Let's get to that. When they're able to choose men, it's natural for women. Like, most women are hypergamous, and if you don't know what hypergamy is for somebody to choose the higher a larger percentage, like a higher tax bracket to choose up, basically. Like, if you're a regular basic, you want to have the top. And that's essentially what we got going on out here in America. A lot of people don't realize statistics, numbers, and data and facts. So they're out here making these dumb, irrational decisions. See, if you knew statistically that to 20%, roughly 20% of men are having all of the children. Let me say that again, because I'm Big Bede. I'm 6'4". I'm handsome. I know my worth. I know what I can do. I'm a medium earning man. I don't earn a lot, but I'm very highly skilled, highly knowledgeable. I know what I can do and I know what I got going on. Very responsible, all that shit. But in these times, that shit doesn't matter because if you're not the top 20% and like put it like this, well, like I was saying, the top 20%, I got 3% of us, the men who are having all of the children in the world. So with that being said, you got all of the women trying to get 20% of the men. And and I'm gonna tell you something too. That's normal and natural as far as animal life and wildlife goes because only the silverback gorillas getting pussy. Only the fucking strong lion with the mane, only Scar and Simba is getting pussy. Only Mufasa's getting pussy. Only the top dogs. Only the big elephant with the largest tusk and the fucking biggest swinger is getting pussy. That's why these girls want to do with the big swing swang because they want the nigga with the big pocket. They want the nigga with the big car. They want the nigga with the big house. They want the nigga who's 6 foot tall. They want the big package, the big, strong, burly man. He don't even got to look all that good because it's not, when you're a man, you don't have to look like nothing. That's just an extra added bonus for the female. But if you're a fucking provider male, a real alpha man, provider male, you can dominate this shit out here because we're the top 20%. And that's not talking about Lil Dick Larry and them lame ass niggas who out here just having random sex and make them accidental babies. I'm talking about the top 20% of men who are making all the babies, the top niggas that all the women want to have babies with is slinging. And that is some thug niggas. And I'm going to tell you something about why women pick thugs. Because I know I'll be all over the place, but this knowledge is coming straight from the universe to my skull, through my brain, into my mouth. You know what I mean? Straight to y'all. Look, when reason why women choose thugs, niggas be good men always be like the nice guys, because I used to be a quote unquote nice guy. I'm like half and half now. I mix that shit up. Fuck that shit. Fuck you and fuck how you feel. You gotta have a little bit of fuck you in there. You know what I mean? As well as being a gentleman. You gotta have both. You know what I mean? But the reason they choose thugs is because he's a fucking man. See, y'all have to understand something about being a man. A man is somebody who provides, protects, you know, and a woman will settle for somebody who ain't a provider if he's a protector. If she feels scared or like he'll goddamn hold it down if something happens and all that. If she feels like that, a woman will be with that nigga and get drugged through the mud. They'll go through anything and still stay with that bum ass, dirty ass nigga. He'll put about 3 kids in her and everything before she realizes it's too late. He'll put like two babies in her, have a baby on the side with another bit. You know what I'm saying? This how this shit goes down. Beat her up every other day. That's how this shit goes down in them type of relationships. But the reason they stay is because that's a man. He's a fucking smells testosterone. He's fucking, a woman need a fucking man. And this is another reason why it's hard for these women out here to choose the right men. It's not a lot of real men left. A lot of men have been turned into these pussy ass beta, booty chasing ass, coochie chasing ass, thinking all with your dingling ass niggas. Cause a real man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I done got to the point with sex where I love sex. I love it. Just like every other man does. It's just as good as food. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I've got to the point where if it's not about procreation and shit like that, man, I don't want casual sex. I want a wife to where I can be a man with her and be a man and fucking just spray the fire hydrant up and just fucking take care of whatever comes out of being a man. You get what I'm saying? I like being a man, bro. Being responsible, being reliable, dependable, determined. You know, keep coming, don't stop. That type of shit, man. Caring, sharing, you know, that type shit. Selfless, helpless, helpful, man. They're so scared. They scared as hell. They've been cheated on 5 times. They've been beat on 2 times. They've been goddamn played to the side chick. They don't know how to do it. A lot of women don't know how to go about it. They moving too fast, you know. A lot of people, let me tell y'all women this. Slow down. Slow down. Men too. Slow down. I'm gonna tell you something about sex. It might be good, it might feel good, right? It might be good. But sex is for procreation and baby making. And it's also for a husband and a wife. So if you're out here just slinging that thing around and not being what do you call it, responsible, you got to deal with what come out of that. You know, I hate to even being a single dad, I hate needing help. I hate that shit. You know why? Because I'm a man. I don't want nothing from nobody. I understand it takes a village to raise a family. I understand you need help sometimes in this recession and all this shit. I understand all that. But at the same time, I don't even be wanting that shit, no help. I don't, you know, thank God to everybody who does help me and my family out, you know, but at the same time, as a man, bro, you just want to give. You want to give it. You want to give. You don't want to take. You want to give. You don't get gifts on Christmas unless you bought it for yourself. We don't get nothing out the deal, man. That's another thing y'all need to realize. You don't supposed to get nothing out the deal like that, but just having to hold it down and, you know, oh, but I thought somebody tapped on the thing. He did tap on the thing, yeah. But most times, man, we don't get much out of the deal, man. But if you be a man and do it right, you get the respect you deserve, man. You get what you need out of life by giving it right and doing it right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if women could choose right. I've seen too many instances of generations of women making the same decisions, and it's because they choose either a terrible thug nigga and they can't. Uh, they just choosing wrong, man. They just choosing wrong, man. You just gotta slow down. Don't get that thing up. You know, sex is for husband and wife, man. You know, you could jump over the broom, do it however you do it. It don't gotta be through, however, whatever religion, faith, however you practice. But if we don't fucking focus on being together as man and woman, it's gonna be detrimental for the people. And it's gonna be bad soon. Cause if you're paying attention, you're already seeing your people's generation going through it. If you don't grab you somebody and do the love dance, and I ain't talking about just sex, I'm talking about all of it. If you don't grab somebody and do that thing right, it's gonna be rough out here for us, man. We won't have a future. We won't have a future, man. I pray to God that y'all can understand that we need each other. Men and women need each other, man. They got clone babies coming out soon. You think they need you to be here if they got clone babies coming soon? Do you think they even want you here if they already got clone babies coming soon? And if you ain't seen that, look it up, man. Y'all are behind on times. You still still partying and shit, shaking ass and all that shit. It's too late for that. You're supposed to have your husband, your wife, supposed to be living your life. We gotta start prioritizing each other and loving each other more and appreciating each other more. Cause I'm telling y'all, I'm watching generations of women who can't choose right. I'm watching, and I love y'all because I need y'all, women. I need y'all. We need y'all. Men need y'all. But I'm watching. Motherfuckers flying overseas to get women. American men, they're flying overseas to get women, and these women are wet. So the lifestyle he can give her is crazy. And she's gonna appreciate and bless him, put it on him. And these women are beautiful. These women are, some of them more beautiful than American women. And America has some beautiful women. You know what I mean? So if we don't start, it's already started. We're already knee deep into this shit. I do a lot of studying. That's all I like to do. I don't like bullshitting. I don't waste no time bullshitting. I like to figure out what's going on in the world my children are growing up in. You know what I mean? It's very interesting to me. But yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching everybody, and I'm participating. I'm in here. I'm out here. I'm single man. You know, single fathers. All that bullshit. Won't be forever, but I am for now. You know. But at the same time, I'm being very choosy about what I'm doing, because if you think it's free time to do whatever you want, it's not. It's not free time no more. It's so many damn diseases, and niggas got worms and wiggles and all kind of shit, man. This shit ain't goddamn cute no more. Being a hoe, I know that shit ain't cute. It ain't cool for a nigga to mess. I'm gonna be real. I'm a man, right? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna speak open as a man. I don't like messing with a female, having sex with her, and then not being able to be there with her and, you know, talk to her the next day. The whole thing, the whole relationship. What good would it do? Now, maybe a rich man, because they're selfish and they don't have a lot of time and shit. So maybe a nigga who's on the move, he's rich, he's got a job traveling. That could be a man who could want a one night type of situation. But any real man should not want nothing one night. You feel used just like she feels used. You be like, damn, you know, I want some more. Or damn, damn, I like that, Or if you disassociate, we're living in a time that's so evil with all the music and all the pollution. Niggas done disassociated, like, fuck that shit. I ain't got no feelings. I'm just getting me a nut. I just this and that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that bitch, bro. Fuck that bitch, bro. Fuck that bitch. I don't care about no bitch, bro. I'm bust my nut and I'm up out of there, bro. I'm get back to the trap, bro. Get this money, bro. That shit ain't cool, bro. Then at the end of the day, when you fucking 45 and your kidneys failing from all the lean you've been sipping and ain't nobody there to help your old crusty ass, then what? But if you prioritized your life wisely and you had a wife, you had somebody to help you through your hard times and your good times and, experience and share the good times with. See, y'all niggas so selfish, you want to have money to yourself. What the fuck is money? Money means nothing. Love is the only thing that you can carry with you into this next dimension. It's the only thing you can carry with you. The only thing you can carry with you. So spread love, share love, find love, man. Stop having sex all the time, man. Stop thinking about your little cootie cat. Fuck your pussy. Stop thinking about your little ding-a-ling. It's irrelevant. Focus on future and development. Focus on embetterment. Stop listening to all the pollution. Stay away from the pollution and make a solution. It's your big home, big baby, man. It's a little 30 ball for y'all, man. That's just my feelings on it. We can go deeper if you want to. Comment down below. Let's get it. It's your big home, big baby, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody. Let's get it.